What's up YouTube? My name is Art and welcome to my channel. Alright guys, so in my previous video I had opened up a NES game that was real dirty. I had bought a Batman NES game and it was like really rusted, real dirty on that. You can go ahead and check that out on my previous video. So on this video, part 2 on refurbishing cartridge games, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I go ahead and clean this up. So there's actually a couple of things that you're actually going to need. Obviously a screwdriver to open up the NES game. Obviously the board itself. You're going to need a high polymer eraser. You can get them like at an art store. Walmart sells them. They're mostly used like obviously for art. Some cotton swabs and some isopropyl alcohol. Now the higher the content the better. The reason for that is because if we use like a 50-50 mix or like about a 75 mix, obviously it's mixing them with water and some other ingredients, so we want the alcohol as pure as we can get it, plus it dries up a whole lot faster. We want that way the board itself doesn't rust any more than what it should. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I go ahead and take off the rust, and we're gonna go ahead and clean them. Alright guys, we're back on the operating table. There's actually two things that I forgot to mention that you will need. You're going to need an old toothbrush and some type of glass or container for the alcohol. That way you can pour it, you know, you don't want to go ahead and just dunk this all there, get it all drenched and stuff. That way we can prevent rust. So all you got to do is just dunk the toothbrush in there. I'm going to go ahead and set this off aside off camera. We're going to go ahead and move this. The eraser is actually for the gold fingers. That way you can just rub it gently. That way we can take off the rust. And the toothbrush is so that we can rub it gently on all that gunk that you can see there on camera. You can see that it's all real dirty and stuff. That's like about 30 years already worth of dust and grime. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now on camera. So all you got to do is just give it a good, nice cleaning. As you can see, it's actually looking a little bit better already. So just go ahead and give it a good brush. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this part right now. Okay guys, as you can see, it's actually looking a little bit better. We just need to give it some more time, a little bit more cleaning. On this side, back side looks actually a whole lot better already. There's still some rust up on the gold fingers there, but we're gonna go ahead and do that later. I'm gonna go ahead and continue this real quick. Okay guys, so I've already cleaned it as the best that I could. There's actually a small few places that I couldn't reach, but that's fine for right now, just for the sake of this video, just so I can cut down some time. So after this recording, I'm actually going to go back and go into the small crevices real quick. I just want to show you on this video the procedures that I normally take on this. So now we're going to go ahead and with the polymer eraser, we're going to go ahead and see if we can clean the gold finger contacts on the front and the back side as well. So basically all you got to do is just take your eraser and just rub it up on the gold fingers. This usually takes off all the dirt and grime and some of the rust. Okay. So the reason that I got into doing this type of stuff was, you know, since I was a kid, my dad, he used to repair electronics. He used to work at this place that would build up computers and stuff. and you know, we would go off to the swap meets and buy like broken electronics, things of that sort, you know, real cheap, and we would come home and he would be able to repair them, you know. And ever since I was a little kid, I would always be interested in that stuff, so I've always been into this type of thing on repairing electronics, video gaming. It's just something that I grew up with. As you can see here in that picture here, I don't know if you can see it, but this is actually super shiny already. Some of the rust has actually already gone off. So we're just going to go ahead and continue cleaning on that. Alright guys, so we're just pretty much already done. I've already used the polymer eraser to clean up the Goldfinger contacts. As you can see, that's a whole lot better. That's a whole lot of shiny right there. Better than what it was before. So we're just going to go ahead and do the final touches real quick. We're just going to go ahead and take the Q-tip now and just do a real quick swab all over. Like I said, there's actually some nooks and crannies here, but I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera to go ahead and finish cleaning this up. Like I said, just for the sake of this video, I'm just showing you a quick demonstration on how I do this. Now, this just doesn't only work on NES cartridges. Obviously, it works for anything that's cartridge-based, you know, the Super Nintendo games, Sega Genesis, Game Gear, Game Boy, N64, basically anything that's cartridge, obviously. We're just going to go ahead and do a quick cleaning real quick. This is normally the same steps that I always take when I do my refurbishing or retouches on these games myself. Now, as you can see there, it's actually dirt and grime already. And like I said, you're going to want to get yourself some alcohol. The higher the better. Like I said, you don't want like a mixture. Now, if there's nothing else, then you can go ahead and use like a 75% or 50% alcohol. But the more the better. That way we don't get any rust or anything like that on the board itself. Do a real quick cleaning there. That's all the dirt and grime that I've gotten so far, just on this quick pass through. Now, if the cotton swab just gets stuck in there, you'll get a little bit of cotton there. That's fine, just make sure to go ahead and pull that out. And just be real careful not to break any of these. If you do happen to break it, I guess that's somewhat fine. If you know how to solder, you can actually just go back and fill these back up. But if you don't, then you probably need to get in contact with somebody that knows how to solder. Most of these actually end up breaking off due to time, or if these capacitors here, they actually end up swelling up and breaking off. And you can see the pins right there on those. I don't know if you can see it there on camera. But these will actually sometimes break off. So just be real careful when you're cleaning this. You don't want to break it off. Because then you got to reorder this and resolder it back again. So just quick look at this real quick. You can see that it's really shiny now. Real nice and clean. Way better than what it was before. Another quick thing is that if you do see rust on these Goldfingers, like some hard rust, what you can do is just take like a razor blade or a screwdriver and just very gently, and I say very gently because we don't want to break the contacts on these, just gently, you know, scrape off the rust the best as you can, you know, on that. Just peel it off. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Thank you for your time for viewing this. If it was of any help to you, thank you so much. I really would appreciate it if you like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment if you liked it. And see you next time. For the next video, I actually ordered some items from Japan. Well, not items, just one single item. I'm trying to look for the package off camera here, and it's actually right here, and I just want to show you that real quick. So that's actually for my next video, guys. Hope you all enjoy. Thank you so much, and have a good night.